Hi, a question from Germany, Berlin Central Station. Is being homeless now illegal in the US?
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
One of the social media posts about moving them very far outside of the city. Is that off?
Where?
No, it's not off. We're exploring how we could do that. But again, homeless shelters, offered addiction and mental health services, or jail if they refuse are the options on the table right now. And we'll continue.
So if I understand this the correct way, being homeless is illegal. So if you don't want to be moved to a homeless shelter, you get jailed, right? Just asking, am I crazy?
Or maybe they're going to secretly delete them. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix here, the Culture Nomad. I might keep that name, maybe change it later. So, Trumpity Trump. It's making homelessness illegal. I mean, as if America couldn't get any worse. You're not even allowed to be homeless, right? So if you can't be in the streets, where are you going to go? The woods? But then if you go into the woods, if the police finds you somehow, you are also not allowed to do that. How shitty is this country going to get? I can't wait to leave, man. I can't wait to leave, God. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to the next. Hold on.
So you're telling me it's illegal to be fucking homeless now? Like when a cop goes by and they see a homeless person just trying to survive in the worst circumstances of their life, just trying to live. They want to find them, make that make sense, find a homeless person. And then when the homeless person cannot pay their fine, they're going to be put in jail. Want to know why they're probably doing this? It's because homeless people make America look bad. And so they're like, oh, of course homeless people can't pay their fines, so we got to put them in prison. We're going to clean up our streets and America's going to look great again. Where's the fucking decency? Where's the humanity? I don't see any humanity anymore with our government. It's becoming so bad that people have to work 3 jobs to afford rent, to afford diapers and formula for their babies, to afford groceries. It's not just the homeless people anymore. I feel like we're all gonna be homeless in the next freaking 2 or 3 years. The poor are just gonna get more poor, and the rich are gonna get more rich, and that's the way that the government wants America to be.
Well, she's spot on that. Like the rich getting richer, poor get poorer. We're all going to be homeless one day. I believe so. I believe in the future, if this doesn't change, then more like half the population of America will be homeless or many people are just going to be living in like tiny homes in the mobile homes, like RVs, or just be straight up homeless. If this keeps going. And then, of course, America, the president is going to try to make it look like we are the best country on the planet where people can't afford to live. Where is this going to take us?
Homeless have no right to turn every park and sidewalk into a place for them to squat and do drugs.
That was Trump 2 years ago in a campaign video addressing homelessness. Today, he put those words to paper, signing an executive order titled Ending Crime and Disorder on America's Streets. In it, he directs Attorney General Pam Bondi to attempt to end policies that limit local and state governments' abilities to move homeless people into treatment centers, redirects federal funds for transferring the unhoused to rehabilitation and treatment facilities, prohibits convicted sex offenders who receive homelessness assistance from being housed with children, and directs HHS, HUD, and the Department of Transportation to prioritize funding to states and cities that enforce prohibitions on open drug use, urban camping and loitering, and urban squatting, and track the location of sex offenders. Governor Newsom's office responded to the order in a statement, saying in part, like so many of Trump's executive orders, this order is more focused on creating distracting headlines and settling old scores than producing any positive impact. The National Homelessness Law Center echoing the sentiment, saying the misguided order deprives people of their basic rights.
Why do we listen to politicians still? Why? I mean, people haven't learned their lesson. If you haven't learned your lesson after voting for Trump, because I voted for Trump, and honestly, after that, I'm telling you, I am not voting ever again here in America, because what's the point? Nothing's going to change. Nothing ever gets better. Things are not going to get better. They're only going to get worse. So why vote? Let the politicians just F things up. You know? Yeah, it's pointless at this. It's just pointless now. You know, because this problem was caused by them. And you're making homelessness illegal, saying something like, oh, it's not their right to sit there. Well, they don't have anywhere else to go. And Trump closed a whole bunch of facilities where you can help the homeless, like kids from 16 to the age of 25. What was it? Shoot, I forgot the name of it. It's this facility where if you're homeless, you can go there. They'll give you shelter, food, and they'll even train you on a trade, like to be a mechanic, electrician. That's gone. But hey, let's keep voting. Hold on.
Oh, wow. Trump fixed homelessness by making it easier to arrest homeless people. Mm-hmm. Genius. He took over DC's police, sent in the National Guard, tore down encampments, and told people, take the shelter, treatment, or hospital, or get fined and jailed. Problem solved, right? And thanks to the Supreme Court, this is legal now, even if there's nowhere else for them to go. But sure, tell me again that this is how we help. We need housing, not handcuffs, but I guess arresting people is just cheaper.
It's easier, yeah. That's why they're doing it. Let's just arrest them. Nobody cares about them.
Officially starting to get arrested for being homeless now. It's only a couple states where homelessness is still legal. So at this point, they can start arresting people that they suspect to be homeless just for the crime of not being able to afford housing. So basically, other than Oregon and Wyoming, they're saying that housing, not handcuffs, is basically, like I said, they're starting to crack down on homeless people around the country. And if they suspect that you're homeless, from what I understand, they can arrest you. This is a new bill that's coming into action, so I want y'all to be aware of this. This is really, really crazy how nowadays, basically, you can't afford to live and you can't even afford not to live on the streets. Like, it's crazy. So if you if you pitch a tent in certain places, or you put out, you know, like a cot or a sleeping bag or something like that, shopping cart in certain places in the country, you are suspect to get arrested.
And the safest thing to do at this point is just to live in your car. That's the safest thing, because you could park your car somewhere overnight and, you know, you could stay there overnight. And most people think, well, somebody just left their car there and leave them alone. That's the safest thing to do thus far. But if you put up a tent, you know, if you don't have a car, you just go sleep on the streets. Well, what other choice do you have? That you're going to get arrested. And I think one of the reasons they're doing this is to force people to participate in the system. Either you work, either you, I don't know, pay for an expensive apartment, or get yourself in debt. You got to be part of the system, buddy. Anyways, this was funny.
Yeah, buddy, you're not allowed to be homeless.
Wait. Hold on.
Wake up! Yeah, buddy, you're not allowed to be homeless, so I'm gonna have to fine you for not sleeping in a house.
It says call me.
Oh, never mind that. That was not meant for you. Here's yours.
Good luck, brokey. $1 million?
Yup, you're getting fined $1 a minute for every minute you're homeless.
I'm homeless.
And I sleep in a soft bed every night.
Okay, but how am I supposed to pay this ticket?
Get a job like the rest of us and pay it off with money. Why is your fine on the ground? Pick it up! I'm sorry, but new legislation makes me have to fine you now.
I don't have money, so I'm sleeping outside because I can't pay for rent. And now I have to pay a ticket. So what happens if I don't pay?
You go to jail! If you don't want to do the time, you do the crime!
So I can't even be broke. You go more broke being broke.
Why are you being so negative? Only you got yourself into this debt.
How am I in debt for being broke? So being broke is against the law?
Oh, you didn't know? This is a rich man's world. Do you accept?
Absolutely not.
Then die. Pay the ultimate price.
You don't know how accurate that actually is. All right, final video.
BT Dubs, is it just me, or does Trump dropping the National Guard in D.C. smell less like crime prevention and more like make homelessness illegal? I mean, crime's already at a 30-year low, but suddenly tents are getting swept, and if you don't take the help that they're offering, you get jailed or fined. And that's not solving homelessness. I mean, that's making it disappear on paper. I mean, call me crazy, but this feels more like optics than it does safety.
Let's stop the video right there. Ladies and gentlemen, do you need more of a reason to leave the country? What else? What other motivation do you need? Some people say, well, I don't have any money to leave the country. Well, you better start getting your money together, right? Whether if you work at McDonald's, whether if you work Uber, gig work, whatever, delivering food. I don't care what kind of work you do. If you don't have a job, do your best to find one. Once you find a job, save as much money as possible so you can get the hell up out of here. You can leave the country with $10K, save up $10K in 1 year. Just live with roommates, endure the suffering. This is not worth it. America's gone, bro. America's gone. There's no more America. I don't know what the heck this is. America's not a country. It is a corporation. You understand that? America is not a country. It is a corporation. Okay? This isn't a country anymore. A country that arrest is homeless people. It's not a country. And honestly, something tells me that they're not just going to take the homeless people and throw them in jail. Something tells me that maybe they're going to take the homeless people and try to get some free labor out of them, getting arrested, or just delete them. Because why spend more money on them? Why? This system is evil. America has become an evil place. America has become an evil place. God have mercy. Or maybe God doesn't have mercy for America anymore. Judgment is coming, bro. Judgment is coming for America. This is going to get ugly. This is going to get ugly, and I don't want to be here when this happens. I told my family, I don't want to live in America. I don't want to die in America. Because we're all going to die, but I just don't want to die here. Whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.